Hi, are you a maker with a Cricut machine? If so, I've got a fun project for you. I'm Lindsay. I'm a children's librarian with Charleston County Public Library, and I'm going to walk you step by step on how to make this Flamingo bookmark. So you are going to need your Cricut machine, a Cricut design space, as well as some white cardstock. We're going to laminate at the end, so a laminator and a laminating sheet, hole punch and ribbon, some photo paper. This is HP glossy photo paper. You can also use this special paper called Yupo. It's really great when working with alcohol inks. You'll need a variety of alcohol inks. This is the Pinata brand, as well as some alcohol blending solution or alcohol that you would find at a pharmacy, and the 91% is going to work the best for you. It's also handy to have some gloves, and you'll need some plastic wrap. So if you've never worked with alcohol inks before, they're really fun, they're vibrant, they're waterproof, they're fast drying, and people use them with non-porous surfaces like tiles. But today we are going to make a bookmark, and I'm going to show you my favorite technique with using alcohol inks. So let's get started. So to create your silhouettes, you're going to need a flamingo and some tropical leaves SVG files. And these are where I found mine. So I found the flamingo at Chickfetti, and I found the tropical leaves at Printable Cuttable Creatables. Go ahead and open up a new project in your Cricut design space. I went ahead and loaded these up. I also created a 2.5 by 8 inch rectangle, and we're going to make one more. So this is how you do it. Go to shapes and then to square. Let's change the size to 2.5. Go ahead and unlock that proportion so we can change it from a square to a rectangle. 2.5 by 8. So now we have our back side of the bookmark as well as the beginning of the front side of the bookmark. And you're just going to add your design elements. Let's bring it to front. You can just change the size till it fits nicely with a little bit of room around the edges. You can also leave some space at the top for your hole punch. So that looks pretty good. I can go ahead and select the rectangle as well as the flamingo and then go to my slice tool. So we can remove the original flamingo and the sliced out image, and we're left with what the bookmark's going to actually look like. Next, you can add your palm fronds, and there was also some other interesting tropical leaves in that free pack, so you can check it out, play around with it, see if you'd like something different. I ended up just using the 3 simple similar shapes. It ended up being fine for me. So I'm just going to leave it at that for this demonstration. So now you can go ahead and hit the Make It button. And you can see how this is going to look on your mat. So go ahead and put your white cardstock or whatever cardstock, the color that you want, onto your Cricut mat. Go ahead and cut it out, and then I'll be back for our next step.
When you work with alcohol inks, you're going to need to work outside or in a well-ventilated area. It also doesn't hurt to wear gloves because this is a messy project. So I've got my photo paper and my alcohol inks and my blending solution, and we're going to go ahead and put the alcohol down on the paper. I've got a magenta, a Baja blue, forest green, and sun bright yellow. So I'm going to use all of those to make my flamingo. So we're going to start with the magenta at the top, and it really doesn't have to be very precise. I am just going to put down a whole bunch of dots, add some blending solution so our inks don't dry up on us. Okay, and then the magic is getting a piece of plastic wrap and putting it on top of the design. And just kind of squishing the plastic around. And it already is giving us some really interesting textures and pick colors. And I'm going to leave that to dry. I'm going to do one more just to have a backup. I'm going to do the same thing, pink on the top for the flamingo. Make sure it doesn't dry with our blending solution. And just droplets of a variety of my leaf colors on the bottom. Plastic wrap. Squishing it all around, making some interesting color blends and textures, and that's it. Now all we have to do is let it dry, and I'll show you the finished product.
Here is how my alcohol ink bookmarks turned out. They're dry. They have really cool color variations and cells. And all we have to do now is add our flamingo silhouette on top. Place the backer at the back, and you can glue these layers together before you put it into your laminator. At this point, you're also going to go ahead and do your hole punch, laminate, cut out around your bookmark, do another hole punch, and you're going to add your ribbon, and you're going to be left with something that looks kind of like this. Happy making!